enough free zone, getting that good ass pound in. It's a Sunday, so it's a chill day. Just trying to relax and be as in the moment as possible. And one thing I actually learned is to not look for anything outside to fulfill my inside, but rather to set up a system and set up the psychology in my mind and the mindset in my mind so I can enjoy whatever I'm doing, regardless of the outside circumstances. That's what I truly want. Because when I ask myself, what do I want? Is it that car? Is it more income? Obviously, I desire those things, but I know deep down inside that when I attain those things, it won't really make me happier. It's really who am I becoming? Because once I become the person that yields happiness from within, ironically, it helps me attain those things even faster. So, because one thing I remember around a year ago before I started my business, around 10 months ago, I asked myself, what would be something really awesome if I achieved 12 months later? And that is just to have a system where I'm enjoying what I'm doing, where I'm in flow. And so that's what I'm creating. It's more like a feeling inside, searching for that feeling inside, having the mindset that would allow me to have that feeling rather than trying to attain something outside to fulfill the inside. If you know what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to go within first. And that's what I've always been focusing on, is try to optimize the inside. And I know that the outside will come by itself. And obviously, once the inside is good, you're more productive, you produce more, you are more authentic. That's what I'm trying to do as well. You think on a more positive level, on a positive frequency, and that helps a lot because of law of attraction. You have to be in the same vibration with the things you want to attract in your life. That's just the law. And so, by reading the book, the Outwitting the Devil, it really helped me to become more aware of the negative voice in my head. And because I've been working on myself as well and helping myself to become a more conscious leader of my thoughts, once I know I'm in a negative state, I know that, hey, you know what, that's not actually me, and I just pivot into a more positive one. And recently I also been reading this book called Ask and It's Given by Abraham Hicks. It's pretty good. It talks about how, again, the law of attraction, you gotta think good, you're gonna think in the vibrancy that you want to be in. So if you want to be abundant, think abundantly. And then once you think abundantly, you feel abundant. And when you are in that state for a long period of time, then you start to attract the abundant opportunities in your life. And obviously you got to act on it as well. So that's just the new paradigm that I've been living. And that's just, always you want to shatter our old paradigms, shatter our belief system that doesn't serve us. And it's just about that progress. It's not whether you have this paradigm or not, but it's about your progress. What is your progress? What is your old paradigm that's not serving you anymore? What do you need to get rid of? And once we are in that constant flow of just improving, it's not saying that you can't be content now. You certainly can be satisfied and appreciate the process and the journey. And I think that's what, I've been learning. But it's also just, hey, constantly checking in with yourself, reflecting what is something that you need to improve on, what is not serving you anymore, just let it go. And so you're constantly in this evolution. Learning does not stop once you're outside of school. Learning does not stop if we don't have a test, We gotta be our own teachers, we're gonna be our own test makers, and just keep in the habit. And that will be, just become a lifelong learner, okay? So I think that's positive. Try to just be positive, man, in this weird times, because with the whole coronavirus thing, it's kind of weird. It's just something that hit us all. Like, that coronavirus got everyone, man. Everyone good in this world. Except maybe for the one that planned it. Who knows? Maybe. I don't dismiss the speculation that is man-made, Maybe nothing is coincident. And definitely the world is darker than what we think it is. But it's also more positive than what the media are trying to portray us. Because man, those media want to keep us in fear, you know, with the whole stock market and everything like that. But you know what? You gotta keep that vibe high, man. That's what we gotta do. That's our utmost important responsibility in our life, is to keep our vibrations high at all times, man. Don't let nobody let it down. Don't let no media take it down. Don't let yourself take your vibe down. So you gotta have your own cheerleader. You gotta have, my buddy Diego sent me an article recently and talks about an altered ego. Meaning you gotta have different characters within yourself. You know, build a character that is within you, that's your cheerleader. There's probably that procrastination voice. There's probably that loving voice, that hatred voice, that jellyfish voice, but also build some positive voice. Build that character within you that's your higher self, who you want to become. Give that person a little nice little image. Give that person a nice little, you know, name even, and summon that person out. You know, I have a client who I work with, and he says, you know, he has his woke self. That's what he call it. And what he will do, he'll draw a circle and will step into that, and he summons his woke self up. And so, you know, anything that is your quirkiness, you know, that works for you, put it in there. And I just try to have that cheerleader voice. I want to be my own hype man. I realize this because, you know, as Gary Vee said, you got to be your own biggest fan already you have lost, right? So that's just kind of like the thoughts I want to spill today. Just let it out, you know, who knows? Sometimes I like to just flow and just be the channel for the message out here in the world. I know I look kind of wacky with the whole headphones and all that stuff. I don't know, I just feel comfortable right now. I'm with my dog, just chilling, right? Sending some positive vibes over to you. Check out what we do at Divicati. Always here to help, and I'm just trying to get better, man. Just trying to render some positive service to the world. And yo, go dig in the rabbit hole. You know, it's time to be woke. This is the time to just be a little bit more curious. Time to dig below the surface and just trying to understand, hey, what can you do to protect your family? What can you do to be prepared? Yeah, be cautious but not fearful. All right, that's very important to distinctions. And yeah, just look into the stock market. You know, be ready for a good opportunity. You know, in the times like this, there will be an equal opportunity, and we just have to find it. Whether that's more time, stand at home to like chill with your family, to learn some things, to finally get things that you haven't been doing, meditate more, reflect more, journal a little bit more. You know, sometimes you say, I don't have enough time. Well, now you do have time. So no excuse. Go out there and do whatever you got to do, right? And just be woke, man. Just always constantly be your higher self. You know, we all have that lower self that drags us down. It's normal, you know. But don't let those people drag you down. Don't let yourself drag you down. So, hey, yo, like, be prepared. Look into the finances. You know, look into what you can do to protect yourself. You know, maybe look into a little bit of like safety assets right now, like gold, silver, physical. If you can get hands on some physical, I think that would be a good play. But that's just my opinion right now. Just been doing some research through some friends, Real Vision. You know, watch that channel. Money GPS. Shout out to Money GPS. So like, go find the truth. You know, the media sometimes won't give you that truth, so you gotta find it your own and find your ways to get that good information. So that's me right now, man. Sending a lot of peace and good energy to you. All right, bye for now. Peace.